Many Americans rioted against a cheated democracy, invading the White House looking for proof of fraud, attempting to help save their businesses, homes, employment status, and money.
House Republicans passed a bill requiring proof of U.S. citizenship for voter registration. Its future is uncertain in the Senate, with many Democrats calling it unnecessary. Connor Hansen explains one of the key issues for Republicans. The yeas are 221, the nays are 198. The bill is passed.
A key part of their agenda, House Republicans passed the SAVE Act, expressing concerns that people in the country illegally could be voting in upcoming elections. 5 Democrats voted for it as well.
Let me be clear. Non-citizen voting reduces confidence in our elections. American elections are for American citizens, and we intend to keep it that way.
The law would require people to provide documents proving their citizenship when they register to vote. It would give states access to federal databases to help them remove non-citizens from the rolls.
These common sense solutions are not controversial.
State audits show it's rare for ballots from non-citizens to be counted, and they haven't impacted an election. Many Democrats argue the SAVE Act is unnecessary and could make it harder for some Americans if they've lost documents or if they're overseas and can't register in person.
Republicans are pushing a bill that will disenfranchise U.S. military personnel protecting us overseas from registering. It's unpatriotic and it's shameful.
Former President Trump supports the bill and stood with House Speaker Mike Johnson when he announced it. Trump says it would stop, quote, weaponization and cheating, but opponents argue its purpose is far more cynical.
It only perpetrates lies now to set up even bigger lies later when they're unhappy with the outcome of the November election.
As Connor Hansen reporting, the SAVE Act would still have to survive the Democrat-led Senate and the White House, which has voiced opposition to the bill.
Let's go forward to the next slide. During the 2020 presidential candidate campaign, current Vice President, current United States Democrat presidential candidate Kamala Harris vowed current presidential candidate, former United States of America President Donald J. Trump strategy to protect the United States of America from the invasion of over 1 million migrants was a vanity stunt or campaign move. 4 years later, the border crisis has caused the death of many innocent American citizens. In 2024, New Mexico rancher Russell Johnson says Kamala Harris is pandering for votes and questions why the Biden-Harris administration refused to contribute border wall construction, adding he doesn't believe Harris would secure the border if elected.
Vice President Kamala Harris is flip-flopping on the border. That's the headline of an Axios story that blew up online. If elected, Harris has vowed to spend hundreds of millions of dollars on building a wall along the southern border. I wonder where she got that idea. The wall was something she once called, quote, un-American. When Trump was in office, she also called the wall a vanity project for Trump. Let's watch.
This issue is about a vanity project for this president.
Right.
And it is a problem of his own making.
Right.
And listen, when I travel this country, folks have plenty enough problems that they need their president to focus on instead of a wall that, by the way, because I was a prosecutor for many years, including the Attorney General of California, I specialize on transnational criminal organizations.
Yeah.
That wall ain't gonna stop them.
No.
And here's another example from her 2019 CNN town hall. Let's watch.
This administration has decided to vilify them and to trade on them for the sake of this president's medieval vanity project called a wall. Let me be very clear. I'm not going to vote for a wall under any circumstances, and I do support border security. And if we want to talk about that, let's do that.
Here is how Harris spoke about the border during last week's DNC.
After decades in law enforcement, I know the importance of safety and security, especially at our border. Last year, Joe and I brought together Democrats and conservative Republicans to write the strongest border bill in decades. The Border Patrol endorsed it. But Donald Trump believes a border deal would hurt his campaign. So he ordered his allies in Congress to kill the deal. Well, I refuse to play politics with our security. And here is my pledge to you. As president, I will bring back the bipartisan border security bill that he killed, and I will sign it into law.
Axios writes, quote,
All right, let me just double check because I did hit the button. Unfortunately, I'm not going to fix that. We had a little bit more of the video to watch. That is very important with supporting the call of action as manager of the United States Border Patrol and Customs Agency, which I will get to in front of the ethical committee. So a group of around 20 suspected illegal migrants attempted to board a school bus picking up elementary school students in California on Wednesday, according to local reports, worrying parents. This incident unfolded just 24 hours after a smaller group of suspected migrants tried to get on another school bus in the same district, according to local media citing education officials. The two incidents took place within the Jamal Dozura Union School District in San Diego County, which is about 11 miles north of the southern border. So what is a genocide?
אנחנו מתחילים